She's so rotten, she wants migrants picking cotton. We present to you Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, who made this shocking argument why America needs immigrants. Roll it, Alfred.
So I had to go around the country and educate people about what immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants.
Right.
The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now. Okay, so I'm lying. Raise your hands.
This is when the wheels fall off.
You're not.
It's just, that's what she does. She puts out this video of her acting in a certain way, and that's how she fundraises.
We actually did a bit of a deep dive on her after my old colleague from Fox News, Todd Starnes, posted something on X not long ago, Walter. He posted the following. Jasmine Crockett wants you to think she's from the hood, that she grew up on the streets. The exact opposite is true. She attended an exclusive day school where tuition is nearly $35,000 a year. She also attended Rhodes College, a private school where tuition is nearly $55,000 a year. She's cosplaying a gangsta. So we looked up her background. She was born in St. Louis. She's 43. Her dad was a Baptist pastor and a teacher. Her mother worked in a post office. She graduated from Mary Institute and St. Louis Country Day School, one of the most expensive private schools in the city. Indeed, the current tuition, $35,000 a year.
Jasmine Crockett's got another hot take. No blacks and whites on a wedding cake. The Democrats' new chosen one, Jasmine Crockett, is in the news again for an old clip where she attacked Florida Rep. Byron Donalds for marrying a white woman. Roll it, Bertha.
The fact that you sitting around talking about life was better under Jim Crow, is this because you don't understand history, or literally it's because you married a white woman and so you think that whitewashed you?
That's not very woke, is it?
Jasmine Crockett showed up to a serious debate like it was a reality show audition full of sass, style, and sound bites. But politics isn't about viral moments or attitude. It's about facts, solutions, and real leadership. And when the facts showed up, they hit harder than her eyeliner. Greg Gutfeld didn't hold back. He lit the stage with sharp wit and brutal truth. Megyn Kelly followed with a calm takedown that felt more like a courtroom drama than a TV debate. Together, they turned the spotlight away from Jasmine's performance and back to substance. She came armed with comebacks. But this wasn't a place for TikTok. Clipsit was a place for grown-up answers. And in that room full of real questions and zero patience for fluff, she didn't just lose the argument, she lost the moment. Because no trending sound, no filter, and no viral glare can replace what truly counts: responsibility, facts, and the courage to lead.
Speaking of leftist hypocrisy and cluelessness, Jasmine Crockett is a rising star amongst the far-left progressives in this country. She's a representative from Houston, Texas, of all places, which makes no sense because she seems to be far too left for Houston, but apparently not, because they elected her. It must be like, Orange County in California being like the one outlier in an otherwise uniformly state, like all red with the one blue. All blue with the one red. Okay, so Jasmine Crockett got up at a Los Angeles dinner this past Saturday, and it was hosted by, this is perfect, the Human Rights Campaign. That was 3 years ago. The ones of her just sounding like a normal person talking. 3 years, it's not like that was 20 years, but then she moved to Mississippi for all that time. That was 3 years ago. She sounded like a totally normal person. It's only now she's got her accent and she's going to kick everybody's ass. It's such an affectation.
Is she making any point there?
Like this makes me wish my mom made different father choices.
Let's be real, Greg Gutfeld didn't just walk in. He rolled up like a sarcastic sniper who'd read the Constitution for fun and came armed with punchlines sharper than most arguments in Congress. Then came Megyn Kelly, composed and carrying receipts like a principal breaking up a school fight. And Jasmine Crockett. She came in hot, throwing bold opinions like mashed potatoes in a food fight loud, messy, and missing the point. Her entire political image is built on attitude, not action. It's like glitter on a broken light bulb, flashy, but not actually working. When the real talk began, Jasmine was still performing. While she dropped sassy one-liners, Greg stayed calm, taking apart her arguments like expired coupons. He didn't need to shout. One smart line, and her whole case fell apart. Then Megyn stepped in. No drama, just facts, dates, and that cutting calm that slices deeper than any mic drop. Jasmine looked like she was filming a reality show. Megyn looked like she came to do homework and ace it. This wasn't a debate. It was a dismantling. Jasmine came to impress, but Greg and Megyn, they came prepared. And in politics, preparation always wins over performance.
So this is funny. Jasmine Crockett sits on the Judiciary Committee, and about a month ago, Walter, I testified.
Yes,
before the
we saw
Judiciary
this.
Committee. Yeah, and the hearings, the full committee hearings, are quite long. You can be there for over 4 hours. So, and they let the most junior members ask questions last. So I had to sit for quite a long time. And then at the very end, Jasmine Crockett, who I had never heard before, suddenly started screaming at me and Michael Schellenberger. And when you're a witness in Congress, you have to pay attention to what everybody says, because you never know when you're going to be asked an actual question and allowed to, maybe even allowed to speak. But I could not understand what she was saying. She was moving from one thing to another, and she was doing all that code switching stuff with the y'alls and y'all eyeing on this and everything. And
This woman, I've had about enough of her. She wants to be like a member of the squad. She thinks of herself like an AOC. She talks like, she's from the hood. Meanwhile, she grew up in a nice family. She didn't talk like this 3 years ago. 3 years ago, she sounded like you and I sound in this conversation. Like, I'm really excited to be going to Congress. I can't wait to get started on my new job. And now she's like, we need to smack him in the head.
We know that we work for the American people, and what we not gonna do is stand around while they pull this that they trying to pull right now.
Like, what? What do you? We have videotape. Why are you talking like that? No one believes this bull. And now she's graduated to acting like a thug. So congratulations, your term in the U.S. Congress is going really well.
That was a great impression.
Do you share your boxcar with people of color?
I do.
Yeah.
My boxcar does not know race, does not know gender. It is a welcome space
That is so
where only
beautiful.
deodorant is not welcome. I like this Jasmine Crockett lady, right?
It's a great name, isn't it, for a villain?
Yeah.
And Crockett is the whitest last name you could ever have. Yeah. I want to throw that out there.
Sonny Crockett, Miami Vice.
Yes?
It's like the whole thing is like, because I've seen her, she's very well spoken, and then she gets on certain programs and lets it. So maybe this whole thing is like a Netflix documentary, like a new spin on Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde.
Greg Gutfeld said it plain. Jasmine Crockett isn't focused on policy. She's performing for the camera. Her brand is all about sass, sound bites, and viral drama. She's not missing brains. She's missing honesty, especially when the cameras are on and the goal is clicks, not change. Truth is, she doesn't need a debate stage. She needs a better PR team. Maybe a reminder that Congress isn't a reality show. At one point, Jasmine tried to drop a big for the people line. Gutfeld didn't even argue. He just paused and smirked. That silence hit harder than any comeback. No need to fight a performance, just let it fall flat. Then came Megyn Kelly, calm, sharp, and completely unbothered. Crockett's dramatic stares didn't work on someone who's weathered presidential elections and media firestorms. Yelling louder doesn't make you right. An attitude doesn't equal answers. While Jasmine threw out buzzwords like party favors, Megyn brought facts, real bills, real votes. It wasn't close. Jasmine brought energy. Gutfeld and Kelly brought evidence. And that difference? It was massive. Crockett sees herself as a bold voice, but her delivery had the weight of a Twitter rant. Out. She tossed out catchphrases, made up rules mid-debate, and doubled down instead of learning. Out. Meanwhile, Greg and Megyn weren't playing games. They came with facts, timing, and sharp takedowns. And to be clear, this wasn't personal. Gutfeld and Kelly weren't mocking her style. They were calling out shallow influencer-style activism. You've seen it. Viral clips, dramatic stares, catchy lines, no real results. Because politics isn't about likes. It's about leadership. Crockett's record? No major wins, no bold reforms, just volume, vibes, and viral noise. In the end, Jasmine didn't just lose a debate, she exposed how hollow performance politics really is.
But she is going to be the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
You are going to be so glad she
Keep
popped
her
up
around.
on the scene.
That's going to make up for the White House Correspondents' Dinner. She's going to we're going to get a segment a day from her.
Like, this is, if you're going to talk about black history, at least know it. This is, at least know it, okay? But it goes back to, that was 45 seconds of some of the, like, Kamala, you good right now. That was some of the dumbest I ever heard in my life. Here's the thing. This goes back to what we talked about earlier. They never have a solution. Just listen to your dumbass talk. You want to talk about agriculture? Why don't you fix the lottery? Why don't you make it easier for people who want to come into this country to work in agriculture and equitation?
Ever seen someone avoid responsibility by turning every question into a TED Talk about emotions? That's Jasmine Crockett. I feel attacked isn't a policy. I feel disrespected doesn't fix roads or fund schools. But it does spark outrage, farm likes, and keep the spotlight on which, let's face it, is exactly the goal. Greg Gutfeld nailed it. Her version of political action is like heating a frozen dinner and calling it homemade. Da-da. It's loud, empty, and leaves you wondering why you expected more. She builds talking points like flat-packed furniture quick. It's flashy and bound to fall apart under any real pressure. Her game plan isn't based on ideas. It's about volume. Can't explain yourself? Shout, get cornered, wave your hands around, caught wrong, accuse the air itself of injustice. Somehow, she's convinced she's the modern Rosa Parks with a selfie stick. But spoiler, Rosa didn't film her resistance in portrait mode. Megyn Kelly didn't even have to attack, she just pointed. And Crockett's points vanished faster than an election night promise. It's poetic in a tragic way. A walking contradiction, shouting for justice, but skipping the homework. Crying oppression while flashing credentials. Fighting ignorance while proudly displaying it like it's trendy. Jasmine Crockett's favorite weapon in politics? That stare. You know, the one where she's out of facts but still tries to look like she's hiding some secret wisdom only. She understands. It's less strategy, more Magic 8-Ball with attitude. But Greg Gutfeld and Megyn Kelly weren't buying it. They've seen it before. That look isn't powerful. It's a pause in disguise. A silent stall when words run dry. And this time, the roasting was so sharp, no rebuttal was needed. Crockett's silence wasn't powerful. It was the sound of running out of spin. There's a specific kind of crash that happens when someone realizes, mid-sentence, the applause isn't coming. That was Jasmine's moment. And no, this wasn't a one-time mistake. This is the usual. This is the show she always brings, a masterclass in confident cluelessness. She doesn't enter the room to lead. She walks in like it's open mic night at a slam poetry bar and Congress is her stage. Meanwhile, in the real world where voters expect bills, not buzzwords, Greg and Megyn's takedown felt like a reset. Finally, someone said it, can we stop pretending that vibes equal vision? Because let's face it, whatever Crockett's doing, it's not representing real people. She's chasing followers like it's a campaign goal, you'd think after. Being turned into a meme by two of the sharpest voices in political commentary. Jasmine Crockett would lay low, reflect, maybe trade all that attitude for actual insight. But no, she'll likely go louder, releasing a video response filled with emojis, recorded from the backseat of a Tesla, holding a Starbucks cup in one hand and misquoting Malcolm X with the other. Let's take a second to honor the full force of what just happened. Gutfeld, with his classic, I've seen worse, and I'm still unimpressed tone, peeled Crockett's entire act down to the core. If your game is based only on outrage, you're not a leader, you're a YouTube reactor. Informalware. And Kelly. She didn't just challenge Crockett's point sheet, audited her political identity. It was like getting destroyed in a language you don't even speak, and somehow still feeling every word. There's something beautifully brutal about being outsmarted, not outshouted. Crockett didn't come to play, Chesh. She came to flail. Here's the joke. She thinks she won, like someone voted off Survivor who claims they were playing the long game. No, sweetheart, you weren't playing. You were the game.